I'm home cooked, you standing trial. Why ain't I see you around back when
My goal was to change my mentality. And at that point, I started, researching my case, trying to figure out the law, trying to see if I can get some time off.
Yeah.
How could I get some of these charges dropped? And I ended up knocking 2 years off my sentence.
Yeah.
And I distanced myself from my co-defendants. I just basically, I knew as these guys got me in this shit, I got to let these guys, I got to cut it off now.
So let me ask you, did they stand tall or did they?
Nah, man, the one dude I was looking out for in there, the one other guy that ran the bank with me, he actually, they separate you. And I went in there, I said, hey, man, I'm not going to say nothing. Give me an attorney. They're like, oh, smart ass, get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. But the other dude, he went in there, and when he came out, I'm like, dude, you didn't say nothing, right? He's like, no. Well, he had actually gave him 100 pages worth of discovery.
Damn.
He didn't really know my name, but he was calling me Herc. Herc, Herc this, Herc that, Herc this. So he basically gave up all the information, but he felt so bad that he told that literally he went to trial. They offered him 7. He went to trial, bro, and they broke his ass like 15 years.
Damn.
He went crazy in prison.
Wow.
Stopped showering, skin broke out, basically had a mental breakdown, bro. He lost it. So what's crazy, like I'm the only one alive still for my case. The other dude who was the driver, he got out before me. He caught lupus. He died.
Damn.
The other dude, he got out from a mental ward. He did like probably 10 years of his time in a mental institution, was living on Skid Row. He was the guy like years back that got shot 8 times by LAPD. They said he tried to reach for a gun, homeless dude, and they shot him.
Damn. Okay.
So both of those guys are dead.
Wow. So you pled out on yours?
I had no choice. I played out to 10, 120 months. And then the whole time I was in prison, I basically helped other people with their legal work and filing briefs and stuff like that. And I spent all my time basically educating myself about business and just spirituality.
So what facilities were you at?
Lompoc USP in 2000. That was the first spot. And, USP, Lompoc, they call it the castle back then. It's like one of the oldest penitentiaries on the West Coast. But the average person in there is doing probably 25, 30 years. Wow. I mean, they got dudes in there 5 lives plus 100. Carmine Persico was there when I was there. A lot of like infamous like people who was like powerful on the East Coast. They sent them all the way to Lompoc.
Yeah, I was about to say Persico is from New York.
Colombo family. He was in the same unit. I didn't really talk to him like he did his thing, but he's older guy. You would never know. Dude was a cold gangster, bro. Cold gangster. But there was a lot of big time dudes there from like, East Coast, Baltimore. They had some dudes there, some twins. And they were like, dude, these dudes are cold G's, man. But they shot them out there because on the East Coast, a lot of these dudes have too much pull with the guards.
Yeah, too much influence. Yeah.
So they shot a lot of the dudes there. And I was there for 18 months. My points dropped. I went to Sheridan, and I was there for a couple years. And from Sheridan, I went to Herlong, and then I paroled from Herlong in 2008.
Okay, so that's feds, right? Lompoc, the feds.
Yeah, all feds, no state. So feds is totally different mentality than the state because of the level of crime. A lot of drug conspiracy, robbery, shit like that.
So, I mean, they traditionally say that the feds, I mean, if you have to do time, you want to do it in the feds opposed to the state because the state like gladiator count.
Feds is more educated. It's gotten real bad now because of like the immigration situation. So it's been flooded. But back in the day, I mean, they had, a lot of, you go there and get educated, go to college, you come out and become a millionaire, just through learning how to like buy foreclosed properties, how to invest in the stock market. I mean, I learned about the stock market in there. I learned about LLCs in there. I learned about how to write scripts in there, how to write books. I mean, there's a lot of dudes. My partner was one of the dudes who wrote Biker Boys in there.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of really smart dudes in the feds, but these are the guys. If they were in their neighborhoods, they were the ones. You know what I mean? These dudes are well-rounded. I mean, just really smart guys that got so much time. It's like it's beyond. I mean, it's like, why did the guy have to do that much time for that? It's like you didn't even find no drugs.
Right. Oh yeah. That's what I call ghost dope. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, they start implementing the conspiracy laws, which was created for the mafia. They start, enacting that toward, street level drug dealers, which that's why you got a lot of cats doing these draconian sentences, never caught with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? But If enough people said it's you, then it's you, you know, and that's how
Yeah.
that conspiracy thing worked. I got a partner of mine, Chevelle, Rat. I graduated with him from Kansas City, and I think they gave him like 30 years. Never caught him with nothing. And then the killing part about conspiracy is they so cold with it, bro, because somebody on his case got caught with a quarter brick and a pistol, right? He got caught with it. They charged everybody wrapped up in that conspiracy for that quarter brick and that
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck do you do that? And I read through his case. I mean, the feds is a cold piece because they literally charged him with he got that RICO.
I was just saying that's a RICO, right?
He got him with the RICO.
Yep.
Never
Yep.
caught, not with a grain of salt. Same thing they did with Big Meech. But they literally had wiretaps, but he never said anything reckless. But they said from their investigation, they pretty much estimate that he could have been doing. I'm like, you convict a motherfucker on what he could have been doing and what
That's
you think he
fair.
was talking
Yeah.
about? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
30 years, you know, and you know, that's the thing about that. I mean, you know, that's something that I'm passionate about, to be honest with you, because it's so fucked up. I mean, I know cats that then killed motherfuckers and done less time than that. You know what I'm saying?
What about child molesters?
Right. Exactly. Pedophiles, rapists, absolutely.
Probation.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's so ass backwards. And it's like, what is it really? I mean, what are you really mad at? You know, because you don't
Want
care
me to
about
tell
the
you?
community. Yeah.
Want me to tell you what they're mad about? I was talking with some guys from New York when I was in there, and the dude told me, man, he's like, he knew a lot of prominent Jewish attorneys and lawyers, and literally when the Rockefeller drug laws came out first in New York to knock down a lot of those Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, the blacks that were selling big time drugs. See, when you have access to money like that,
Mm-hmm.
essentially you buy first a lot of little material things,
Mhm.
but then you start buying property and businesses.
Mm-hmm.
See, they had to knock these dudes down before they changed their whole legacy.
Right.
See, so the dude told me, he said he was at a steakhouse and one of the Wall Street dudes came in there and he's like, dude, what is this fucking dude doing at my table? He's like, well, sir, he paid. He's like, he paid? Well, this is my table and blah, 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 blah. He's like, dude, he's a big spender. And then they go outside. He got the newer Benz. He got, dude, they lobby for that shit because they want to get us out the way.
Absolutely.
See,
I always said that.
Competing.
Yeah, it's always been about the money. Even with the government, at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about the community's health like that.
No.
You know, that what it is you was making too much money and they didn't get their cut. That's what it come back to. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's why I always said, you know, listen, even I don't care. I mean, you know, if it's crack, I mean, and you know, drugs has touched all of our families, you know, in the neighborhood. My thing is tax it. You know what I mean? I understand. I get it. Cool. You know, they selling some drugs, especially if you have a crew that's not violent. You know what I mean? Because most of the cats that I know that was really getting to the money, most of them were not violent. That's why they were able to get to the money. Because once the bodies start dropping, that's where shit get murky. You know, and they understood that. So they stayed away from violence. You know what I mean? But they was doing their thing and they got them sentences, you know, them football numbers. But at the end of the day, I was like, but that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? If I get it, he was doing wrong. He was doing a illegal business. He made all this money. Okay, seize his shit. Put a tax lien against him. Because that's really all it's about. If you feel like through your investigation he made $5 million, put a tax lien on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Okay, make him go sit down. What's the sentence for not paying taxes on $5 million? You know what I'm saying? Okay, give him that. You know, instead of sending him to prison for 40 years and you never even caught him with shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that seemed like that would be the most plausible thing. But again, it's a tool. It's a bigger play there. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 for 1. You know what I mean? You got a nigga selling the dope. You gonna throw him away. Then you got another motherfucker robbing and killing for the dope. We're gonna throw him away. So it's really like a tool just to eliminate all the pieces on the board.
Well, you know, court, it's like you take those same people. It's like saying like, okay, I've been through the fire. You take some of these other guys who actually have the ingenuity to make money in a place where there look like there's no money. Imagine if you taught them dudes the game, the Wall Street game, the LLC game, the real estate game. These dudes will be out of control because they have hardly any education, but yet they were able to do that.
Yep.
You give them a little bit of guidance, it's a wrap.
Absolutely. I've always said the D boys make some of the best CEOs and business people. I mean, because they already have the predisposition of that. They already have the business acumen. It's innate. It's already in them. You know what I mean? It's just focused to the wrong thing. Obviously, you know what I mean. But if they were given a different opportunity or shown something different, then they could definitely level up like that.
You know how they even do that in prison court is that like the Wall Street dude, they send them to a camp. See, they don't want to send any of the D boys to the camps because you get around them dudes and you get the game.
You get the game, yeah.
Oh, bro, you come outside, you're a millionaire because you already got shit cracking. So they know if you learn that, if you were able to pick up on no structure and make structure, if you had a little bit of structure and somebody just told you the ropes, dude, it'd be game over with.
Yeah, information is power. But like they say, man, you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. So at some point, we have to take responsibility and educate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because education is key.